personally judge a book by its cover.
I don't mind letting you down easy, but just give it time. If it don't hurt now, just wait a while. You're not the big fish in the pond no more. Said you want what they're feeding on. So what are you gonna do when the world don't orbit around you? Yeah. No. So what are you gonna do when the world don't orbit around you? No. Said ain't it fun? No.
Hey double majors, welcome back to my channel. What's poppington? If you're new here, welcome. My name is Brelynn. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel, ring the bell that way you don't miss a notification from me, and follow me on my social media at brelynn.hunt. Welcome back to another vlog. This one is going to be spread out between a couple of days, and I don't quite know what we're going to get into, but I think the theme is going to be spring cleaning and just like some of the fun things that I get into within the next week or so. So I hope you enjoy it. Today is Resurrection Sunday that I am filming this April 5th, 2026, the year of our Lord. Only literally noon. I didn't even know what I was gonna wear. Kind of just been in a mood the past couple of days, and especially yesterday on Saturday, I just wasn't having a super good day. So I got in the bed at 7 p.m. and I was just reading my book, and then I could not go to sleep. Like I was up until 2 a.m. until finally I remembered this is why I bought those melatonin gummies. I ate the gummies and I think I went to bed around like 3 a.m. So I had the hardest time waking up this morning, and I wanted to of course like look cute, so I'm like rushing to do a full face at 7 a.m. I think I need to leave at like 8 a.m. or so to get there for a service at 8:30. Easter Sunday, there's a lot of stuff that goes on. A lot of people who don't normally be at church, and that's great. I love it. We're all here to celebrate our Lord and Savior, but I was like, I'm not gonna go all the way to another church and sit by myself if I can just go to church by myself, specifically because I knew I was going to be late. I did end up going to her church, that way I could go to the church service that started at 9:45. I get there at 9:30. Y'all, I don't really want to bore you guys with the details. It's basically just been a very like hectic Resurrection Sunday. I feel like I treated myself with some matcha from Dunkin' as well as a breakfast sandwich because I was pretty hungry, and now it's noon and I'm in full glam. Before I change out of my outfit, I'll show you guys what my church OOTD is. This is what I wore for church this year. Super cute. You know what is so random? I found this dress and I was like, actually, this is like a really cute Easter dress for church. I bought this dress either in 2020 or 2021. I wore it for like one online thing. Like I think I had like a virtual interview for Miss Maryland back in like 2020 or 2021. It had to have been 2021. And the reason why I've never actually worn it out before is when I got it, I don't know if you guys can see, there's like a random stain right here. And I don't think there's anything that I could do to get it off. So I was like, okay, I'll just like never wear it in person, or I don't know. I have a lot of pink, so I just never got around to actually wearing it somewhere. So yeah, even though this dress is like 5 years old, it is my first time wearing it. And I feel like it was a perfect Easter dress. I will say, however, as I was leaving out from church, I knew it was gonna rain today, but when I tell you, it is like pouring, like the skies are opening. It's like really bad rain. So I have been rained on multiple times, even the sanctuary, trying to get my car from my car to my house. So yeah, I just want to sit down for a little bit and read my book. But before we do, I have a Coach unboxing, so I wanted to unbox this. Okay, I'm gonna do the unboxing on short form and I'll do the haul with you all. Okay, I'm back. Honestly, it is no surprise because I told you guys that I was gonna get her. She's not the most perfect purse ever, y'all. This is the Coach Quilted Tabby in 20 in the color flower pink, I think they call it. She is so beautiful. This is my first time seeing this pink in person, so I wasn't sure what the pink was gonna look like. She's so pretty. Oh my goodness, I love her so much. And I'll show you guys what I showed my short form, comparing it to my quilted tabby that I have in denim. This is in the size 26 and this is in 20. It's my first time getting the 20 size because my other tabby is also in a size 26, and I'm nervous about what I can fit in her, but I feel like this looks way cuter as a crossbody, and I feel like as a bright color, it's really nice just to have like a pop of color, like, you know, like a small purse. So really like her. Let's see if the phone fits in the back pocket here. Ooh, she's a tight fit. Does she fit? She really doesn't fit my phone in the back pocket. I do have the max. Okay, so that means when I carry this purse, I have to be very selective. Say I put my phone in the front pocket. For example, these are the things that I carried in my purse today. My keys and my wallet. And that's it, child. That's all you get. So small and tiny. Let's see if I could have done hand sanitizer and lotion. Can I do it? Can I do it? What do you mean? Hey, you can't fit nothing up in here. Maybe this is the type of purse where you hold your phone. Okay, I would need to fit my lip combo. Let's say I needed my lip combo. Dang, if I'm struggling with the 20, I just know I would have been struggling with the wristlet. That is her packed to the absolute max. That is everything that I can fit in her. I guess if I'm carrying this purse, maybe I wouldn't have phone in here. And the only thing that I have left in here would have been my blotting powder. So I could bring my blotting powder if I don't put my phone in there. So honestly, and if you have a small phone, you could fit it in the back. When it comes to pink purses, I am almost at purse piece. The only thing that I want is a hot pink. This is like what I would consider a Barbie pink, which was so necessary for Brelynn Barbie. If you know, you know. But as I was telling my short form, I don't plan on buying any more pink purses in the foreseeable future unless Coach comes out with that one. But I also cannot say that I'm at purse piece because there are like 2 more purses that I have on my wish list. Y'all, what can I say? I'm obsessed. It's okay. This is my vice and I love her. Yeah, this is our new baby and I'm very happy with her. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. That being said, I'm gonna get out of this dress, chill for a little bit, and then I'm gonna go over. My uncle's house has like an Easter dinner every year, so I'm excited to see my family, to have some good food. I don't know if I'll vlog there because it probably won't be much to show. And my brother's gonna be there, so hopefully Jeray will be there. My niece Raina will be there too. I feel like I haven't seen her in so long and I miss her, and it's like, it's crazy. How can you miss a kid who you don't be having conversations with? But like, I look forward to seeing her and holding her and playing with her, so I hope she's there and I can see her later, and if so, I'll pick you guys back up. Your food look good on camera. That's how you know this is a big back. Auntie, what'd you say? You said, hold up, Ivy Park. You ain't from Ivy Park. You about to fight her? That was your hood?
Hey, just checked her about Ivy Park.
He said, that was not your hood. Where you from?
What you know about them hoes?
Y'all, not the, she said, y'all, that's Beyonce's brand. Don't wear them in DC, she said.
I told them it was $10. My size, my price.
Period.
I don't know nothing about no Ivy.
Yeah. Ivy for the 4 and blue Ivy. I don't know why she did the park.
Okay. It was Ivy City.
Oh, Ivy City. See, look at you. Trying to fight and got the city wrong.
I know. You from Ivy Park. No, if anything, I would have been running.
Happy Tuesday. Monday is like my Sabbath day, so I really didn't vlog yesterday, but I did get started on my spring cleaning. I started off on my laundry and I meal prepped and I got everything ready for the trash because Monday is trash day. Y'all, they're doing some type of, I don't know if you want to call it construction. I don't know what they're doing outside, but I think I mentioned to you all I wasn't able to park my car outside, and at first they said I couldn't do it for 4th and the 5th or something like that, and then they came back and changed it and said no, actually you can't park your car, and extended the date. So my car is on the street right now. Hopefully like redoing the road. They said it's something that has to do with water, but I don't know. It's not my business. I'm changing my sheets now. I hate my laundry machine. It's still not fixed. I'm procrastinating texting my mom and telling her about it because I don't want to have to deal with the person who's going to have to fix it, and I haven't heard of any solutions so far, but it's so annoying. Like, I can't finish one thing of laundry picking up the extra whites that I had laying down here on the floor. Oh my gosh, that scared the mess out of me. Okay, I'm back. Yesterday, I went to cycle class, and I get in the right spot to record my cycle classes, and then I will edit them, put them on my Instagram stories, and sometimes I'll make them into reels if it's good enough. So I was just editing that after I finished eating my breakfast. So if you ever want to see my cycle classes, because the music is really fun, and I can't really include it here on the vlogs because it just doesn't get the same vibes. But yeah, if you guys want to see that, it's on my Instagram. It's editing that, it was exporting, so that's why the music shocked me. Anyway, yeah, as I mentioned before, my dryer doesn't really work, and so I can't finish a load of laundry because I constantly have to get up and like restart it. So annoying. Personally, laundry is already my least favorite task or least favorite chore, so I procrastinate even more when I'm not able to, you know, do it with ease. And I think I'm also realizing how much like the body keeps score, like the mind keeps score. Like I know how irritated and frustrated I get because I can't do my laundry, so then I procrastinate doing my laundry. And I hate to complain because people are dying, Kim, but the thing about laundry is that the longer you wait to do it, the more you have to do, and then it takes time and blah blah blah. Overly stimulated. I be like, it's too much going on out there. Stop it, all that ruckus. I'm actually just going to dry my last load of laundry, or at least like parts of it, on my drying rack, because honestly a lot of it in my colors are workout clothes, because that's all I wear every single day basically. You're not even supposed to dry those anyway. Hopefully that will allow my clothes to actually dry, because this thing right here, I just want to last nerve. Here it is again. What y'all think? Are the clothes actually dry? I think not. Okay, it's almost there. I've tried the time dry, that doesn't work either, and I know it's because the vent basically says that like enough hot air can't get through, so I just like move the clothes around a little bit. Maybe I'll take this out. This kind of feels dry. I'm about to make my bed. Grateful to be able to even clean my clothes, so all is well, all is well, all is well.
Take your time, what's the rush? I said, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a she said, take your time, what's the rush? I said, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a dog, I'm a money. I just smoke already, so cold in my blood, yeah. I see past pretty face.
You know what, while I'm at it, why don't I just do a whole surface wipe down?
She said, take your time, what's the rush? I said, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a money. She said, take your time, what's the rush? I said, baby, I'm a dog.
The dryer's done again, and I promise y'all it hasn't even been 5 minutes.
It's time to break it in. 32 live on pen size, cause they try to break it in. New condo, say your name at the front. You can stay if you want. It's been one of those nights, one of those nights I ain't had.
Just assembled my drying rack, and like I said, I'm just gonna put a whole bunch of like leggings on here, because these should air dry anyway. I honestly don't do that because I'm impatient. This will dry faster than my current drying machine, so might as well go for it. And now I'm gonna put the fan on, and then we will let that dry. Let that dry for a couple of hours, and in the meantime we'll see if the clothes in the dryer are actually dry this time. Okay, we're back. Moment of truth. Of course not. I'm gonna take out the things that are kind of dry. What's been helping me lately is folding things as they come out of the dryer. That way when I take my hamper upstairs, I just have to put things away. And also kind of like folding things together. So, I mean, these are a pair of pajama bottoms, but I didn't wash the top because I didn't wear it with the top anyway. But I would fold these and put them away together. That way I know when it's time for me to put it away, everything will be together. Well, I can still smell my perfume on this, which is good, but also scary. Like, is it clean or is it not? Did I tell you guys about how my zipper broke yesterday? Child, yeah, I think I told y'all. Everything in the world was trying to stop me from going to church on Resurrection Sunday. But I went. I made it. Shut up. I can't tell if I have too many things in the dryer at once. I don't feel like I do because like there's plenty of space, but I'm gonna just try and see if there are less things in there. And all these light things like my headscarf. This is already dry.
We've been done long before it all begun. Still can't give it up. Lead me on, but leave before the morning comes. Even though it's what
Okay, y'all, before I get started, you're a little bit crooked. Before I get started on my work for today, as well as get back to cleaning, I wanted to do some book reviews for you all because I just finished Ken by Tayari Jones, and this is the book that you all know. I went to the book signing, and it was so interesting because I really didn't know the premise of the book before I went. I didn't do any research on it, even though she read a little bit of it. Again, I didn't really know what it was about. I'll give you guys a synopsis in the previous vlog. I knew it was about two motherless young girls that I thought they both went to Spelman, but what ends up happening is that it is a historical fiction. Annie and Bernice are cradle friends. They were born and raised in Honeysuckle, Louisiana, which is just like a very small town in the South. Annie's mother leaves her at a very young age, like when she is an infant, and I believe her grandma takes care of her. The mother dies when she is an infant, and her aunt ends up taking care of her. So they're both motherless young girls. Bernice ends up going to Spelman, kind of like her way out of this small town and like to create a real life for herself. Annie ends up running away from home right after she graduates from high school. I keep wanting to say Mississippi, but they go to Memphis, which is in Tennessee. Memphis, Tennessee, yeah. I don't know why I want to say Memphis, Mississippi. She ends up going to Memphis, Tennessee. They stay in contact, writing letters with each other, so there's some correspondence between the two. That's something that I realized I really liked about this book, is that for the most part, you're just getting the POV from Annie and Bernice, but sometimes, because they'll write letters, sometimes they will write letters to other people, and I feel like that's a really great way for you to get the perspective of other people in the storyline. Not too many, but like every now and then there'll be another person's POV through them sending a letter. There we have to talk about how the last quarter of a book can really like grab hold of you. Like honestly, the last third is probably the best part of a book, because I was gonna rate this book maybe a 3 stars, maybe 3.5, and then of course the last third of the book I was like, wait a minute. I really enjoyed it. I did. I felt like it was I wouldn't say necessarily an easy read, but it was interesting. I was very curious. I felt very like I loved both of the two girls. I love their characters. I love their storyline. I think this book, it's hard because it feels so real, and without saying too much, the dryer is done again. Without saying too much, I'm saying the author doesn't say too much in regards to like social commentary, but because it's a historical fiction and you kind of see the ways that the girls are creating mothers out of people who necessarily don't want to be or shouldn't be like mother figures to them, making good or bad decisions from this abandonment wound that they have from their mothers. I think it's really, really interesting, and it makes you think. But again, she doesn't explicitly come out and say anything. Like even the way that the book ends, a good thing or a bad thing, it's obviously a bad thing. How can I say this without like spoiling it? This is one of those books where I'm just like, I need to talk to somebody about this book. Like I want to talk to somebody who has read it so I can go through all of my thoughts. But I think another thing, this actually really makes me want to read her other book, which is An American Marriage, which was also an Oprah's book club pick. The way we saw the two female main characters fall in love and be with their partners just made me think about how both simple and complicated things were back in the day. Like here this girl is, she's going to Spelman, but then she's kind of like match made with a man, and that kind of ends up being more important than her education. I don't even know if she ends up finishing her degree because of the man that she met, and she didn't necessarily go in to get her MRS or like her Mrs. degree, but like she low-key did. And again, just the not spoken up commentary of, but that's kind of what she wanted. Like she didn't necessarily have career goals. She just wanted to, and even this too, she didn't really express it. Neither one of them expressed wanting to like go up in social class. They never felt shame or guilt from where they came from. They were very aware of it, like they came from the country and they were poor, but this is who they were and they still had a lot to bring to the table. And I don't know, there's just so many things that, again, I feel like were unspoken, but if you know, you know. My final rating for this book is 4 stars because I did enjoy the story. I enjoyed her writing. I thought that sometimes the things were funny. I thought sometimes the things were sad. I think I did end up crying, but again, I feel like she leaves a lot of things unsaid. And although it's not your job to teach people in a book, when it comes to historical fictions, I just kind of want those things closed. Like, I want what I'm thinking and what she wrote, I want there to be a line between these two things and not me having to make assumptions of, oh, this is why she did this thing and this is how it was back in the day. You guys know I don't really like and enjoy historical fictions, but this one felt so close to home because this literally feels like this could have been me. Please let me know if you guys have read this book and what you think about it. And if you have read it, like, please DM me on Instagram because I need to talk to somebody about the ending. I actually read a lot of books in the month of March. I don't feel like I've updated you all because, once again, I did do my book review on short form. So if you ever want to see it a little bit earlier, ran back up the steps. That's why I'm a little bit out of breath. Okay, speaking of a really great ending, Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I rated this a 5 star. I really enjoyed this book. Like, the beginning of it was a little bit hard to get into because I am not familiar at all with like space terms, NASA, all like the science of it all. Why am I out of breath from going up them steps? Honey, I need to get back on that Stairmaster. But once I got in it. Once again, I cried during this book, especially at the end, and I loved the length of this book. I feel like as soon as I got in, it got good, and then it was over, and it ended really well. So I really like this book. Again, rated it a 5 star. I didn't know that this was going to be a love story until I started reading it. Anyway, Atmosphere is about a girl named Joan Goodwin. She loves this guy. She ends up becoming one of the first female astronauts at NASA, and so the story is about her falling in love in an untraditional way, in an untraditional setting, with her and her lover being an astronaut. The other book that I read last month was Ace of Spades. I talked to you guys about this as well. This is like a Pretty Little Thing meets Gossip Girl book, but it is centered around these 2 black characters, Devon and Chiamaka, and they're the only black students at a all-white private school. In Pretty Little Liars, instead of A, their online text bully is called Aces. And again, just like in Pretty Little Liars, they're not just trying to ruin their lives virtually, but like also in real life. So this was a good book. I don't know if this is considered to be a YA, but I enjoyed this book. It was a really like fun, cute read, easy read, nothing to run home about. I think I rated this like 4 stars, but I did enjoy it. And I think it was very helpful to read the author's note. I love a good author's note, like acknowledgments. It's like, you know, it's not for me, but an author's note to let us know like where was your mind at, like what inspired you, all those things I really enjoyed. Depending on what you wrote in your author's note, it can improve my rating of a book. And so she talked about how her town that she grew up in, the author in South London, was known for its diversity and like being a massive black population, but then when she went to university in Scotland, she did not have that same diversity. So she was stuck in her dorm, and that's when she watched a lot of Gossip Girl and Pretty Little Liars. And she also wrote this book while in college. So even that's a lot. Like, I'm sorry, I wasn't an author in college, so I think that this is an amazing debut novel from a college student. Also on my Kindle, I read Plus Size Player by Danielle Allen. This is the 2nd book after Curvy Girl Summer. I think I rated Curvy Girl Summer high, like 4.75 or so. It was really good for a romance book. I do like Danielle Allen's writing. This book was like a 4. Like, it wasn't as good as the last one, but it was still good. It was very, very spicy, and it didn't, which I think is good, it didn't have the same themes of a plus size or like a curvy girl like trying to find love. Sometimes she would throw in different situations where you had to remember like she was a bigger girl, and because she was quote unquote fat, like people wanted to treat her different, and maybe they didn't assume that she deserved to be with the male main character who she ended up like falling in love with or whatever. But again, that's not really like the core of this story, like how it was for the last story. This is also not a sequel in the sense that it's not the same girl. It is her best friend. So there's 3 of them that's in a friend group together. Mind you all, the 3rd book comes out next month. I already put in a hold request on Libby, but I think it's going to take me like 20 weeks. So I'm not going to read it when it first comes out, but I will read it eventually. It's very interesting because I think this is the first romance where we don't get a meet cute. Like, we don't meet the male main character on the page. she actually already knew him beforehand, because the premise of this book is that she's a player. So she doesn't believe that she can find love, everything that she needs in one person. So she dates around multiple people, and she's just like the girl who always has a roster. So there's the smart one, the funny one, the fun one, the whatever. And so she has all these different guys. They want her to be the only girl. She doesn't want them to be the only guy in her life. But basically she ends up having a favorite. And then when she's kind of like, maybe I do want to be with just one person, it ends up being like a forbidden love story. So I enjoyed it, and once again I felt like it wasn't too long of a story, which I really liked. And this is also a good book because it touches on the idea of a woman not putting a man before her career and making sure that like she's able to be successful, having to like dim her light or dim the success of her career for a man. So yeah, I rated this a 4-star. It was a pretty nice read. I believe while I was on my way to LA, and then maybe on my way back or vice versa, I also read Honey and Spice. This is by Balu Babalola. I rated this a 4 stars as well. I enjoyed it. Another really cute romance novel. But what I think is so funny is that I normally will look up Instagram or TikTok videos giving like spoiler reviews, and people do not like this book. Like, a lot of people said that they DNF'd it. It is a rom-com through and through. I can definitely like visualize it, especially in the last half of the book. Same thing, the last third of this book was really, really good. Now this one is also based in like a college setting, but I wouldn't necessarily call it a YA. I would just call it like a rom-com. Like, it was just a rom-com with like younger demographic. Let's see if I can remember the character's name, because after I read a book I literally forget the name. What's the girl's name? The guy's name is Malachi and the girl's name is Kiki. So Kiki and Malachi. Kiki is the host of a radio show on her college campus. Also, mind you, the big reason why I think a lot of people weren't able to get through this book is because it's based in London, but it's about like the black students and different cliques of the black students. So it has both like that Nigerian, that African, patois, like culture, language, and how it blends in with UK language. It can be a little bit confusing. It like, I've never watched, what's that show? Editing Brelynn, leave it here. But if you guys are familiar with that show, again, I've never watched it, so I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure they're like black hood men, but they have these accents. Like, that's kind of what this book is, where it's not black American culture, it's black European culture, but that's not a thing, like, you know, because black American is a culture in itself, but like the culture over there, like even in Canada, when you are black but you are not black American, like the diaspora is just different over there. Like, you have more ties to the language and different cultural things in Africa, but then you also have like ties to black American culture, like Beyonce and rap and stuff like that. But then you also have like this England and British culture. So it's just a different culture that could be not as easy to understand, especially on paper. I would highly recommend listening to the audiobook. By the way, you guys know I did immersive read with all of these books, so I listened to them and I read them at the same time. It was very helpful for this book because the narrator was able to have the accent. So whether she was speaking in the British accent and saying some of their slang, literally there were some scenes where the characters were like speaking Yoruba. And obviously if you are American and you only speak English, that could be a little bit difficult for you. I think I was able to get through it because, one, I was open-minded. I fell in love with the characters pretty quickly. I feel like reading it is very important. You're able to read it and say, okay, this is a different language, especially because normally the different language is italicized. You're able to see like, oh, this is literally a different language. And sometimes you'll see what they're saying right afterwards, and your mind is able to decipher like this was a different language. Or if it's not like that, on a Kindle, you can highlight it and you can see what it says in different language. But again, when you're listening to it, it's also easy because your mind doesn't like get stopped on what is that? What does that even say? How do you pronounce it? Like, your mind just like immediately just like flows a little bit faster. So anyway, I really like this. I believe this is being made into a screen adaptation, which I'm excited about because, like I said, it definitely gives rom-com vibes. I do believe there is a sequel to this book. I have put a hold on it on my Libby. I'm not sure if it's the same characters or not. I hope that it is because I really enjoyed them and I'm excited to read more. Those are kind of all the books that I have read recently that I haven't updated you guys on, but I have been having a really good reading month. Okay, with that being said, I gotta do an assignment for my fellowship and I really have like an hour and a half because I want to go to the movies. You can get like half off movies on Tuesday, and while I'm not working, as you can see clearly, I still have not started at my fellowship site yet, which is pretty crazy, but I'm just trying to make the most out of it. So with that, you guys know, or maybe you're familiar, but like AMC has like half off movies on Tuesdays, and I really want to see The Drama, which is Zendaya's new movie. And if I went to the matinee, I also got 20% off. That's at 3 p.m. In the meantime, we're gonna do all of our admin work. We're gonna come back, we're gonna walk our 10K on the track, and then we have an upper body day at the gym. It'll be our day. We'll come back, we'll shower, we will eat dinner. I have my dinner meal prepped. Whenever I have my dinner meal prepped, I just feel like I have my life together. Yeah, let me get to work and I will check back in with you guys a little bit later. It is later. I'm back from the gym. Clearly I'm showered. I got dinner in the microwave. I'm about to sit down, eat, watch Paradise, and then go to sleep. I don't normally go to the gym this late. The reason why I did was because once again, I think I actually mentioned this in one vlog but ended up cutting it out. I told you guys that I found out about this gym, the all women's gym, because my cousin goes there, or she went there for a long time. She was like one of their founding members, and she's kind of like grown past it. She's like, she doesn't really go there anymore, but sometimes she does. So anyway, I saw her on Easter and she was like, yeah, I'm gonna go to class on Tuesday, but she goes in the evening times and I normally like to go in the morning time. So she told me that she was going at 6:45 and I was like, I probably won't go, that's too late for me. Then I woke up this morning and I know that I booked my classes last week, but I didn't remember what time I booked them for. And normally 9 times out of 10, unless I have something like in my mind planned for, I'm sorry, it's probably so loud. So many noises going on. Unless I specifically have something planned for my Tuesday, especially like with me not like working, having to go in person with my fellowship right now, because I work out late in the evenings on Monday for a cycle. I like to go to the noon class on Tuesdays because I don't like to do the late night early morning thing. Anyway, like I mentioned, I'm not working, so I slept in and then I woke up and I saw that I got a penalty for missing the class at 7 a.m. and I was like, oh, I had a 7 a.m. class. Wow, didn't know that. So since I missed the 7 a.m., I decided to do the 6:45. That way I could work out with my cousin. I decided to plan my day around it. Everything else worked out pretty great, except for the fact that my cousin did not show up to class. And like I said, this is like her second or third time doing this to me. She ended up doing an errand though for my sister's graduation, which is coming up from basic training in a couple of weeks. It's actually next week. We're going to San Antonio for her graduation, which is really cool. It's my first time going to Texas, so I'm excited. And of course, like, we want to do matching t-shirts and all the things. I think that'll actually be the next vlog that you all see, so stay tuned for that. Which is lamb chops. Like, literally my mouth is watering. I'm thinking about this all day long. I wanted to give my review on The Drama. Comment down below if you guys saw that movie. I enjoyed it, but I didn't know what to expect, and I kind of didn't like it, but like I didn't hate it, and I can't say I disliked it. I guess it was just like okay. It was okay in the sense that the way that the movie was filmed was like kind of weird, kind of odd, and it kind of leaves you on a cliffhanger of sorts. I guess it's not really considered to be a cliffhanger, but as I kind of mentioned with the book Ken, I like for a happy ending. I like for things to end and everything being like, oh, okay, like all is right in the world or whatever. It feels like I wanted an epilogue after that, like, okay, what happened, like why did we end it here? But because it like kept me interested the whole time, and you know, I laughed, I was shocked, I was intrigued, I didn't want to fall asleep, like it wasn't boring, so I can't say it's a bad movie. Yeah, I'm curious what people thought about it. Oh, okay, all right, it is 8:40. I have been going nonstop, so I'm gonna take this time, enjoy eating at my nice dining room table. Did I mention how I had to move this back by myself? Big, strong Brelynn. Yeah. I mean, no help was coming, so I had to be my own help, and I did it. It's a little bit off center because I mentioned this thing is heavy, but I did it. Also, like I mentioned, I'm currently watching Paradise. I watched the first season like only a month or so ago, and so now I'm ready for the second season, and I'm like on episode 3. And I feel like I really liked the first season, but I'm having trouble getting through the second season. It's not bad, but the first couple of episodes, I guess we're like still getting, I'm on episode 4 though. I'm like only being able to watch like half of an episode, and then I kind of like get bored and want to get on my phone or do something else. I like it, it's good, but the first season really had me hooked. Also, my dessert, I've been working hard. These are like all my sweet treats. Lollipop grape flavor. These are like the healthy versions of sweet treats. Just different things that I was looking forward to, because y'all know I'm a big backer and I love food, but we getting snatched, so we're making good decisions, and our good decisions are 28 pieces of Drizzlicious for protein and vegetables. Like, come on, I'm doing good. I can do this. All right, talk to you guys tomorrow morning. Bye. Good morning, happy Wednesday. We're back, and we're gonna get started on putting away this laundry that I didn't get to put away yesterday because it was drying. I think I'm just gonna take this whole rack and drag it into my room, because there go the rug. That way everything can just be in one place.
I just don't wanna leave you. Might just go with the reasons why people can't make it. And secret, both gotta keep it honest. That's just a game we know. People can't play. For tonight, I'm yours. So tonight, or stay behind closed doors, 'cause all I wanna do is lie with you, even though it's wrong to lie with you.
Okay, and now for the rest of the laundry.
We've become numb to what we know is wrong. No one knows but us. The feelings rush every single time we touch, even though it's what we want, can't keep these up. No, but I just don't wanna.
Next, I've got like 20-30 minutes. Let's see if I can wash all my makeup brushes in that time.
Both gotta keep it honest.
I don't think
That's just a game we know. People play. For tonight,
here we go. This is my setup. Got all my brushes. Let's get to it.
or stay behind closed doors, 'cause all I wanna do is lie with you. For tonight, I'm yours. So tonight, the truth, or stay behind.
Okay, I'm almost done here with my makeup brushes, and I'm trying to contemplate because I'm gonna go to the gym at noon, and afterwards, obviously, I like to get my 10K steps in. So it's like 50 degrees, which is cold, so it's not ideal to go to the track, but I've just noticed that if I go to the track, I can get my 10K steps in like an hour and 15 minutes, whereas if I go to the gym, it takes me like an hour and 45 minutes. I don't know why, like it just takes me longer to get 10K steps, like to do the 4 miles or 5 miles on the treadmill. Be warm inside, and then I'll also be like, you know, getting my money's worth with my gym membership. Do I stay inside? Do I go outside? I need to make my decision before. Also, I can like work. I do need to like edit some short form videos, and I can do that on the treadmill. Whereas I can do it outside, but I rarely do it. I prefer to like listen to sermons or to listen to music than to edit when I'm walking outside on the track. And especially if it's cold, I like to have my hands in my pocket. So should I go inside or should I go outside? I'm not necessarily like pressed for time, but I'm technically gonna do it 2 a day. Okay, I made up my mind. This is what I'm gonna do. So I'm trying to find different cardio classes that I can go to, because you guys know that I like the cycle classes, but my favorite instructor, she only teaches 1 day a week. There's another group fitness instructor and he does step classes. I showed you guys me going to a step class a couple of vlogs ago, but that was through like the all women's gym. The difference is that I have to like pay per class, and so I'm not gonna like pay for step classes at that gym because it would be like $20 a class, I think, if you do the math, or at least the way that I'm currently doing my membership, it would be like $20 a class. If I go to the step class at my like other gym, I don't have to pay for those classes, and then it would also make my membership more worth it. So what I've just decided that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the step fit. I was also thinking like technically I could get like 1,000, maybe 2,000, no, probably like 1,000 steps at the step class. Like it's cardio, but like it's literally steps. I'm gonna go do my full body workout at the all women's gym, and then I'm gonna come back here, edit my YouTube video for the week, and then go to my commercial gym early, walk on the treadmill, and then go to the step class. I think that's a good plan too, because then I'll be able to get to the gym early. I didn't tell you guys while I wasn't vlogging, but like on Saturday I tried to go to his like full body HIIT class that he has, and I was maybe like 10 minutes late and the entire room was full. Like there was no space, like no space anywhere. I was like, I have never seen my commercial gym have a packed out class like that, but that's what happens. Like they only have but so many good instructors. That's how now my cycle class is. Like I have to get to my cycle class literally 20 minutes early in order for me to get a spot, especially if I want the spot that's near the mirror, that way I can record. And I'm like, dang, like the class is only an hour, but I have to like give myself an hour and a half to get there early. But you do what you gotta do. I feel like going to those fitness classes makes the membership worth it. Or if I were to go to like one Soul Cycle class, that would be like $30 or so, or the gym is like $30 a month. So I told myself, as long as I go to one class, it's really paying for itself. But if I can go to like 2 or 3 classes, especially a week, and if I do cardio there, like it's really worth it, you know? Although this will be my 3rd ever step class, it'll be my first with this instructor and at this like facility. So I'm curious to see how it goes, especially because this instructor, he is interesting, child. Like he is a black man, he be like yelling, and I don't really like that. Like, please don't be yelling at me. I don't do the tough love. I don't like that kind of stuff, but I think that he means well. So yeah, that's the game plan for today. I will vlog at both of my gym sessions so you guys can see today. I'll check in with you all a little bit later.
Like event wear, the feathers, the bedazzles, not really my vibe. So I didn't pick up anything from Nadine. And then I believe there was also
4:45, the vlog is done. Literally the vlog needed to be done by 4:30, so I am right on time. Basically just gonna go right now to the gym while this is exporting and walk on the treadmill. By the way, I'm also reading a book on my Kindle. Well, actually I haven't started. The worst part for me is starting a new book. I love when I'm into it, but like it's so hard for me to start a new book sometimes, you know? When you're less than 100 pages in, you don't really know the characters yet, you wanna get into your next book, because you know, like the more you get into your next book, the faster you'll like have the same feelings again. I have 2 books that I'm actively trying to start, but I actually haven't started them yet. So I have a physical copy book, and then I have like a nonfiction book on my Kindle that I'm currently starting. The one on my Kindle is called Tired of Trying: How to Hold On to God When You're Frustrated, Fed Up, and Feeling Forgotten by Ashley Morgan Jackson. I know that that sounds extremely dramatic, and I promise you, like, I'm doing fine, but I definitely could use some encouragement as I finish out one season and I start another season, and I'm in the beginning of a season as well, and in the middle of the season, and all the things. You all know the vibes, okay? Maybe I can gain some things from reading this book. You gotta know how it goes. Both the ebook and the audiobook were available on Libby's. And also, if I don't feel like editing on the treadmill, I can read my Kindle. All right, enough yapping. Let's go work out again. So I'm back and we're going to continue on with our spring cleaning. I don't know where I left off at because this vlog is kind of split into two, but this is part two. We're going to continue with spring cleaning, and my car needs some spring cleaning, honey, and it needs it bad. Not only on the inside but also on the outside. It's been a while since I've gotten my car washed and detailed, so we're going to go now and do that. And honestly, I don't think I've gotten it since I've like moved to PG County. It's kind of scary. Let's hope they do a good job. You guys can even see how dusty my windshield is. All of the pollen has been sitting on it, so it's very, very dusty. And then obviously the inside of my car is just in this thing washed. Okay, y'all, the moment that we have all been waiting for is finally here. I'm finally gonna do a spring closet reset. I have not done a closet clean out in a long time, but I look back on my channel, at least I haven't done, you know what, I have done them. I do them every year. I do one every time I move, which we know is every single year. So I do clean out my closet, but I don't film it a lot. The reason why I'm most excited about doing this is for two reasons. One, because I have never switched over this rack from being winter clothes to spring and summer clothes. So we're gonna do that. And then also for the clothes that I decide to donate, for the first time I'm going to use these thread up. Not sponsored, you guys know I am easily influenced on TikTok. I saw this, I decided to go ahead and purchase them. I got two of them. Drop in pre-loved clothing, handbags, shoes, and accessories. 2, send, drop it off at the location listed on your shipping label. And 3, earn, get cash or credit for items that sell within the consignment window. I hope that I get some money back because honestly I usually just donate everything to women's shelters or to Goodwill and get some money back on my clothes, because to be honest with you guys, I have been doing so many hauls recently, you guys have seen, and a lot of them are from Shein, so it's for work, right? It's fine, it's fine. I'm not paying for the clothes. I think this video is not sponsored, so I could talk about this. Shein is very hit or miss, and I like to think that I'm pretty good at being able to tell when an item from Shein is going to be good quality or not. Sometimes I too get gypped, and I'll get something and I'm like, honestly, this isn't amazing quality, and now that I've tried it on my body, it doesn't really align with my style or the energy that I'm trying to portray. For example, one of my more recent hauls, I hauled this sweater, which I feel like in theory really nice sweater, but once I got it in person I was like, honestly the quality of this isn't amazing. And winter is over, it's officially spring. Spring has been acting crazy, but yeah, I haven't worn this yet, and I feel like the idea of having a sweater like this, but I don't like this actual sweater. So I feel like next winter I'll probably try and get this same sweater but in a better quality, maybe a better color, maybe a better fit. So I might as well just go ahead and donate this now. I don't think this is actually going to take too long, although I have been procrastinating for a long time, I will not lie. Also, there are some things like this dress that I just got, which is more of a spring/summer piece, which I'm going to be keeping for the rack because obviously I will pull for this in the next upcoming months. So yeah, I'm just going to go through each piece one by one and see if I'm going to keep it, donate it. And if you guys don't remember, I have all of my spring clothes ta-da in here, also color coordinated, and I do feel like I went through most of this stuff before I moved. So I don't donate anything in this closet. Obviously didn't make my bed all the way. I knew that I was going to need this area as a landing ground for some clothes. Like, do I take the stuff out of there and put it on the bed, or do I take the stuff out of there and put it on the bed before it goes? I'm like, which way do I want to do it? Okay, I think I'm gonna wait, let me think about this. Well, first things first, I know that I'm going to take all of these coats that are down here, move them into the bedroom. I won't be donating any of my coats. I love them all. I think that I have worn every single one this season. I am such a coats girl. Hopefully there is room for these at the bottom of the closet in the main room. Let's see. Whew. And also, the worst part about this closet is the fact that I had to use this area for my coats because I don't have a coat rack. Obviously it worked out, I made it through the season, but I have way too many coats for this little area here. Okay, I have a feeling this sweater is going to get way too hot, so I'm going to change out of this and then go through everything. I don't know if you guys want me to talk through this or me just doing, why am I out of breath? Honestly, I want to listen to music. I feel like it would make this go by faster. I'm going to change and we're just going to speed through this.
Superstar, Only been a few hours, but it feel like this. Only been days, but it feel like months. Gone for a year, only know like once. Life move fast when you know what you want. At this time, doing what I want. Hope you doing what you want. What you want. My new bitch look like Halle Berry, but she don't love me, she too scary. My old bitch fun like Jackie Brown. I wanna know what she too down. Will you be my leading lady? I want a contract girl, baby. In the meantime, it's time to go what I want. Hope you doing what you want. Maybe I'll love myself, I don't know. Leave me here, I'll fuck myself. Sleep in the mirror, I duck myself. Don't need much, so fuck my wealth. But it's been a few hours, but it felt like days. Only been days, but it felt like months.
Okay, I've got one section done. Now the pinks is going to be kind of interesting because all of the pinks that I own are here in this room, which is, it's good. Most of the stuff is occasion wear. I also pull to the side over here some of my like colorful occasion wear. These are things that I would wear to occasion wear, we understand, like events and stuff, but I don't necessarily need them out in this room, not unless I particularly have space. Thing is that a lot of my pink clothes are also occasion wear, so like half of this stuff is stuff that I occasion wear outfits, but I think I have a few things I can switch over. So hopefully there's an even amount of items from this rack that can go over to this rack.
It's about time for waking up. Times you wasn't with me waking up. Now you for said I couldn't miss your touch. I needed to distance myself from you. I was just in love with you. So I come close, I want you. Can I tell you something for what it's worth? We can have it, place on it. Take you there, I'll take you. Show you something, give you more than words. We can have it, place on it. Take you there, I'll take you there. Take you there. Won't you fill me up till my cup's overflowing? I'm so anxious just to feel the silence. It's so quiet, but I hear you saying to me, baby. Said our time we're making up time. The times you wasn't with me waking up. Now you never said I couldn't miss your touch. I needed to distance myself from you. I was just alone with you. So come close, won't you? Can I tell you something for what it's worth? We have it, that's all.
First closet down, stuff to the max. I don't know if I just have more winter clothes, fall and winter clothes, or I mean, obviously the clothes are thicker, and it's also my coats, so phew, okay. Section of the closet that I'm not too happy about. I do have space here, on the bottom. I wish I could take all of this and fit it into here, but this area, like, it has room, but like you're gonna be able to move your clothes around, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like both of these are at a good, everything's at a good hanger limit, but I don't want to add it to one of these. But this is a whole area that can be used. And I have all of the clothes over here that I end up putting to the side that I consider to be occasion wear. I guess I have a lot of like occasion wear that are dresses and light color. I don't want to put them on the pink rack because I feel like that would throw off the vibe. So the only place it can go really is the bottom here. I don't really love that, especially because it's going to throw off the color, but like I said, it's the only place that it can go. I still love a lot of these dresses. They're super cute, but I just would only wear them for something fancy. I'm finally done, and look at all of these hangers. That's how you know I did a good job. I'm proud of myself, y'all. About to buy some new hangers. Stop yourself first and do a closet clean out. For reference, this is what my thread up bag looks like. I think that she is pretty full, a good amount for one bag. So I'll just save the other bag for the next time I do a closet clean out, especially if I want to do any shoes or accessories. After we do that, we have one more task that I want to do as a part of this spring cleaning: organize my bookshelves in the office. I've been saying for a long time that I want to have my books color coordinated, so let's go do that. Okay, hey y'all, it is a few days later. Don't mind that. I'm finishing this off for you all. Like I said, we are going to organize, or reorganize, shall I say, my bookshelf just to make it color coordinated. I'm probably gonna leave the shelf as it is. I don't even feel like I have enough colorful books, but we'll just get started and see.
Niggas want me to get ratchet. Niggas want me to attack it. Put the hood on, all they calling me Cassius. Aren't you like Bob Saget? Greedy, I can't pass it. Eating everything, nigga, no fasting. I don't care much you knew me in the past tense. I ain't no Julian Styles, this ain't no last dance. Way past it. Wait. Fucking on my ex cause he validate me. Fucking up a check, I don't want no receipt. Mind get possessed, let my space speak freely.
Books separated into color categories, and that literally only took 6.5 minutes. So definitely one of those things where you find yourself procrastinating and it wasn't even gonna take that long.
Things I need living inside of me. I can't see it. It's so embarrassing. All of the love I see living inside of me. I can't see. I'm blind.
Blue and orange are gonna take up the whole shelf, so I guess.
You ain't getting your bitch back. Calm down, she could be worse, never say that. I don't want pipe down, rather get payback. Mama told me never swear you lay that.
So cute.
I don't want righteousness, I hurt too much, I lost too much, I lost too much. I hit my clutch and vroom. Third day, pop out the tomb. I like when you put your gun.
I felt like I had so many black books, and I'm getting so upset because I'm like, why are all the books black?
Go on with it, go on with it. Do us. So we are coming here with a force, yeah. Blessing the reap and we coursing on full. Oh, we not rise and boast. Yeah, we give thanks like we need it the most. We have to give thanks like we really supposed to be thankful.
It literally took 12 minutes. I don't know why I thought it was going to take me an hour. I put the author who should not be named book set at the bottom, and then I separated the colorful books. That way they add more color in between, because I just don't like it when I'm doing my book videos and then you see the book set in the back, because I feel like you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to keep them as part of my collection. I'm going to keep my Harry Potter set together for now, mainly because I haven't read them yet. So if I separate them, I literally, well, they do say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know. Comment down below. Should I separate my Harry Potter books or keep them as is? Because if so, then the whole top row will be black and gray. And then we can see on the second row here, I have yellow, then purple, then pinks and reds. So cute. The tween shelf. And then we have the blue and the greens. And then we have oranges and whites. Ah, it's so cute. It makes me want to collect books even more. Like, I have already been paying attention to the way that book covers look. I personally judge a book by its cover, but now I'm definitely going to be looking. Only thing that makes it sad is when a book has a really nice cover, but then the spine is different. Like, I would have thought that I could place Happy Place in the pink section, but the spine is yellow, so I have to put it over here with the yellows. Or like this book, you would have thought it would be blue. This is Abby Jimenez, Part of Your World, but again, the spine is yellow. The only problem with doing it like this is that it's going to be so hard to find a book that you're talking about unless you can remember what color the spine is, because normally I had like all my romance books together, all my fantasy books together, my self-help books, or my Christian books, but literally now they're all spread out. No better way to end some spring cleaning than with some fresh groceries, especially because I just cleaned the refrigerator. Here is a little grocery haul. Teriyaki roasted seaweed. This is for my salmon bowls. Brown eggs, of course. My lighting is trash. Oh my goodness. I got this big box of delicious. I love these, and I like to have them in a pack like this. That way I don't eat the entire bag on their own. This one has cookies and cream bites, birthday cake bites, and s'mores bites. I actually haven't tried cookies and creams or s'mores, only birthday, and then also cinnamon swirl is the other flavor that I have tried, and honestly I like them all. This is a really good option if you want a sweet treat but you're trying to stay healthy. And speaking of, I'm getting back on my health routine after this video. These are my favorite. I like to have a couple of these in my freezer at all times in case I don't feel like cooking and I want something that is healthy and doesn't make me feel guilty. The one that I have tried before is the garlic herb grilled chicken bowl. It's 22 grams of protein, 3 grams of fiber, and is gluten-free. Good source of vitamin C, an excellent source of vitamin A, half a cup of vegetables made with whole grain brown rice. Who really knows if this stuff is actually that healthy? What I choose to keep in my freezer. And the two new flavors that I'm trying this time is the Southwest style taco bowl and the Vermont white cheddar mac and broccoli bowl. Speaking of, this is like my favorite pasta to have on deck because literally once a month, usually around my period, I'm like craving pasta so bad. So the Zatarain's blackened chicken Alfredo, so good. This is not healthy. This is a cheat meal, but this is something that I can quickly and easily put in my microwave in order to get that fix. So I got myself some flowers, like 2 bananas. I'm gonna eat these before my workout this week, and I finally found a way to ask them for green bananas instead of yellow. If you guys don't know, I like my bananas underripe, so love that for me. I will actually eat those. I got a bag of avocados. They end up getting me this guacamole. This is not what I wanted. I wanted another one of these wholly avocados. You see, I got avocados, so it's okay. I've got green beans, broccoli, cucumbers, spinach, protein milk, chopped up onions, sweet and spicy tuna. This is what I use for my tuna bowls. Some more onion powder, which I needed. I also got Mike's hot honey. I don't know if I will like this or not, but I want to try it for my ground beef bowl. I'm not really a fan of sweet potatoes, so I wanted to get some backup just in case. I'll believe 6 years later, I am still obsessed with my egg, avocado, and bacon breakfast wraps. I really ate it for breakfast this morning. Speaking of, I got 2 packs of bacon for that. Oh, here's another thing of tuna. I did have the sweet potatoes. It has pre-prepared roasted sweet potato halves. I knew that was going to be easy, so I just got it that way. This looks so good. A salmon fillet with tomatoes and capers. I just thought this would be a really easy Sunday dinner. Instead of using ground beef, I'm going to try Italian sausage. Jasmine and I were talking about this the other day. Way better than ground beef, but it's definitely not as lean. But baby steps, okay? We're going to see if it's good first, and if I like it, the meal I'm going to have is chicken. Yes, now we have a nice full refrigerator. I love that for me. Okay, now I'm going to put these flowers away, and then the kitchen is all ready for another week.